Hey there, everybody. This is Travis Lima from Paid Memberships Pro. Hope you're all well today. I have got a very special webinar episode in store for you today. I'm being joined by Gisela Bravo from Automator WP, and we're going to be speaking a little bit more about automations and how you can get creative with linking up different plugins and apps to your membership site. Gisela, how are you doing today?
Fine. I'm grateful to be here, and I want to show how useful is a plugin as Automator WP. So, very happy to be here with you, with all the community of Paid Memberships Pro.
Fantastic. So just to give everyone at home a little bit of context, I think it was earlier this year, we started noticing on our Twitter account that we were being tagged and kind of referenced by this plugin company all of a sudden called Automator WP. And they seemed like they were doing some really cool things. And so we reached out to Automator WP and we just started a conversation, and we thought that it would be really useful to just show you around and show you how it actually works. Gisela, maybe before we dive into the presentation, can you tell us a little bit more about Automator WP? Like, what is it? How does it work? And how can we go about using it, just on a overview?
Yeah, sure. We have a presentation where we are going to see exactly all the features of Automator WP. But basically, with Automator WP, you can connect plugins that we have in WordPress between them. I'm a marketing automation consultant as well. And I use a lot, I think, in every project that I'm working on of my clients who has membership sites. I always need something like Automator WP. So we are going to see what we can do exactly with Automator WP, which automations we can do, or which are the most interesting in automations. And that's all, because I'm going to show you by a presentation, and after I'm going to create in real time an automation with Paid Memberships Pro.
Great. And so correct me if I'm wrong, but Automator WP is kind of like a Zapier replacement, but it's got a focus on WordPress specifically. Is that right? Or what are the main differences? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Totally. This is the main idea. Is very similar to Zapier or Instagram, but this works inside WordPress and creates integrations between plugins. Because with Zapier, you only have some connections with certain plugins. But if you want to send some information from Paid Memberships Pro to, for example, LearnDash, you cannot do it with Zapier, but you can do it with Automator WP, because you can automate everything inside WordPress.
Fantastic. Okay, I'm sold. I'm excited. I want to see how this works. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go and share your screen, and when you're ready, you can take it away.
Sure. Okay, perfect. As I said, we are going to talk about what is Automator WP. But the first thing that we have to explain, in order if you already work with Zapier integration, maybe you already know that. But let's ask, what is an automation? I like to explain automation as a process. Let's imagine that we enter in a dark room, and we press the switch, and then the lights up. Okay, so this is the manual process, because someone is pressing the switch, and then the action is the lights up. But there's an automation process, for example, when we're working with some sensor which detects movement. Let's assume that we are in a dark room, the same dark room, and thanks to the sensor detects the movement and the lights up. This process, this is an automatic one. The sensor is the trigger, is the action that starts everything, any automation. In this case, this trigger is the start when the light up. So, well, this is just one example between a manual process and an automatic process. But let's see how Automator WP works in our WordPress sites. Let's see. I think that the best way to explain that is by examples in WordPress. So once we have understood what does it mean an automation, let's see some examples. In this case, let's suppose that our membership site is about having some courses of, I don't know, of cooking, for example. And in order to have, we have different courses of cooking. One is just for baking. And let's imagine that one user enrolls to this baking course. Then we want to add that user in a group, the baking group in Badibos. So with Automator WP, what we can do is, when a user enrolls in that course, automatically this user is added to that group. Okay, this is just one example. Let's imagine, for example, that we have a gamification in our website with GamiPress. This is the other plugin of our company, and we want to add all the users who has earned one achievement, because this is a special group, the best group that you can get entered. So let's imagine that this user earns some points and finally earns an achievement. We through Automator WP, we can in that moment add that user in this important group. We can do everything automatically. But we are going to continue with more examples. In this case, of course, we are going to talk about with the plugin Paid Memberships Pro. This is a very simple example. Just when a user purchase a membership, for example, automatically we add that user in our group of our membership site, and we can do that automatically. We don't need to use webhooks, Zapier, Integromat, and this stuff. So we have seen these examples that are very interesting. Let's review which are the items in automation. When a user purchases a membership, this is a trigger. Okay, if the user does not purchase any membership, the automation doesn't happen anyway. And this is the action. This is what happens when the trigger starts. When the automation starts, then happens anything. In that case, is when the user is added to the group. So another interesting, for me, it's my favorite automation for membership sites, is that when a user purchases a membership, I use WP Fusion. We can tag a user in our CRM. For example, when we have a customer in our membership site through Paid Memberships Pro, we can tag this user as customer, for example, in our ActiveCampaign account, for example, or Salesforce, or any CRM that we have. For me, this is one of the best integrations that we can do in our membership site. So, okay. Another thing is that we are connected to all the applications that they have, that Zapier and Integromat are connected, because we can send this information to Zapier, and then from Zapier we can send every information to all the applications that are connected actually currently in Zapier or Integromat.
Sounds good.
Yeah. It's you can do almost everything that you want. Because if you are not able to make an automation between some plugins, you can send this information to Zapier, and then you can send it to the world. I mean, with all the applications that are connected. I think that Zapier currently they have more than 600 integrations, I think. So, well, you can imagine that you can do everything you want. Then, to sum up, let's review all the features of this plugin of Automator WP. As we have seen, we can connect plugins and create custom workflows. All the previous examples are real actions that you can do thanks to Automator WP. But I think that these examples are very simple. We can create more complex workflows. For example, when someone purchases a membership in Paid Memberships Pro and submits a form in Gravity Forms, we can tag that user in WP Fusion and add them to a course in LearnDash. This is an example of a very complex workflow, just to show you how we can create a big workflows, and we can create big automations thanks to that plugin.
I think that there are a lot of Paid Memberships Pro members out there that gets very excited to hear that sort of capabilities that you can use to create these complex or slightly more complex workflows, because more and more people are trying to start a membership site and add in courses and have a community. So it makes sense. This is perfect. Great.
Yeah, you're totally right. This is why Automator WP is, especially in membership sites, it's very important, because, as you said, once we have a new user in our community, maybe we want to add them to a forum, or they have access to some courses or whatever. So with one plugin, we can do all this big integration. Okay, so I'm giving examples just to give inspiration, and just to give some ideas that what you can do with all the features that we already have in Automator WP. The other interesting feature that I think that we cannot forget about is about repetitive tasks. For example, we can send a discount automatically when a user finish a course, in order to that user can use this discount to continue with another course, for example. Or maybe when a user has been by 6 months in our membership site, we can send automatically a discount in order to invite to someone to get into our community. For example, I'm just giving examples just for inspiration. And well, we already have seen something like this, but I'm going to explain that in another sections, that we can connect all the plugins that we have in WordPress with external web services, and even with other WordPress sites, which is very interesting for multi-sites if we have WordPress multi-sites. But don't worry, because I'm going to explain that in the next section. Another thing is that, creating custom workflows, very complex workflows, easily, and just with one plugin. This saves us time and money. And the best of all, I think, is that we can do that everything without writing any code line. So this is a no-code plugin, and we can do a lot of complex integrations without a developer. Let's see about the integrations. Okay, so currently, today, we have more than 60 plugins that are directly integrated with Automator WP. But this is growing every month, every week. We can see more and more applications that are integrated in Automator WP. So here we can see some examples, and remember that we have, you can test it, anyone, because we have a free version of every application. Okay, and then if you like it and if fits with your requirements, then you can go to the pro version. Okay, but a free version is available in every application that which is integrated integrated in Automator WP. So you don't have any excuses to test Automator WP in your web page. There's no excuses.
Fantastic.
So, well, I'm going to be more technical way because I would like to talk about webhooks. Webhooks helps to our web page to connect with other plugins or other external services, etc. Let's see examples, okay, just to understand and have a clear idea about that. For example, we can imagine that we have one page of where we are sending a lot of courses, okay? And every course is in another web page, okay? So we can integrate. When a user purchases a membership in the site A, then we can create that user and enroll that user in a course in the site B, for example. Okay, so
just to be clear, those will be on two separate sites. If I, site A, so completely two separate sites. They purchase it using a PM Pro membership on the first one, and then like a website completely different, they get enrolled on that website. Is that,
yes.
Do I understand that correctly? Oh, wow. Okay, that's
totally
really cool.
So as Jason Coleman in the chat said, I love that name, cross-site automations. This is this is what it means. That feature that we can sync between, not only between web page with different WordPress, we can integrate with between plugins in different websites.
That's great. That's fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah. It's crazy. it's amazing. I know that. This is why I'm so happy to explain that, because I know that we can help to a lot of people, a lot of projects, to make easier these integrations. The other thing that I already talked about that is that we can send all the information from the triggers to Zapier or Integromat, for example, and then we can do whatever we want in Zapier or in Integromat. Okay, and another thing, I think this is just for experts, maybe, but let's imagine that we have our own project and we have a mobile application, okay? And when a user clicks on a button in our application, which is not WordPress, is an application in Android, I don't care. We can, for example, you can tag that user in your CRM. Okay, so we can integrate, in that case, in that example, we are talking about a mobile application, but what I mean is that we can connect any custom API. This is more for more advanced users who has more knowledge about these kind of integrations. But I think it's very interesting that if you already have, for example, if you already have an e-commerce and you have create a mobile application, you can send the information between your mobile application and your website. And then you can do actions. In this example, we are talking about you can tag that as, I don't know, as customer, as interested, as whatever in your CRM, in Groundhog, or I don't know, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, whatever. Okay, so let's rest with technical explanations. And well, I'm going to show you some extra add-ons just because they are very useful. One add-on is the option that we can schedule actions. I mean, you in maybe when something happens, the trigger starts, but we can put a delay, I don't know, for 3 days, and then before the action happens. I mean, for example, when someone purchases a membership, after 3 days, for example, we can send an email just asking that, okay, I know that you are new. Do you have any questions? Whatever.
Great.
Another option is block users. As well, I think it's a very clear idea. We can block automations to users by role, by profile, by name. In this case, for me, in my projects, it's very useful block automations to admin, because when I'm working in some websites, I'm admin, and I activate a lot of triggers. Then there's a lot of automations which are running, and it's not necessary because it's me just testing. Okay, so well, it's an add-on which is very interesting. Or for example, if we have some content which is restricted to some users, this is a useful feature as well. And another thing that I think it's also a clear idea is about that that we can start any automation when a user clicks in a link or in a button. Okay. And then I will like to stop here before we create in real time an automation in WordPress, just to know if we to talk about questions about all this explanation about the plugin.
Cool. Yeah. So if you are watching now at home, please do send in your questions, and then myself and Gisela, we can, go over those for you. Gisela, I had a question now.
Sure.
So I wanted to just find out, with Automator, you said that it's you have free integrations. What happens with the Pro? What can we expect to see between the free and the Pro? Because on your website that I have open on the screen next to me, it looks like you can even download Automator WP for free. And where does the Pro features sort of come in? And yeah, maybe you can just discuss a little bit more about it.
I'm going to share all the possibilities that we have in the light version, in the free version, in the Pro. Okay, so for example, let's see add-ons. Let's check. Because another thing that is, you can purchase just one add-on for one plugin. Okay, so if you only have, for example, in that case, if you only have Paid Memberships Pro, you you can purchase just this automation. You don't, and there's some passes that well, we can see after all the pricing, but you can buy it individually, or you can buy all the pass in order to have access to all the add-ons. Okay, so let's see, for example, the paid memberships pro. And here we are here, these triggers, we can see which is free and which is with the pro.
Aha, perfect. Okay, so if we want to know a little bit more about each specific integration, we just hop onto your site, choose the add-on that we're interested in, and then we can see exactly the triggers that is with the free and then bundled in with the pro. Perfect.
Right. And as I was saying, you can purchase this integration just for this one, or have access to all the add-ons.
Okay, cool. All right, perfect. There is actually another question that came in from Cheryl. Cheryl is asking, can you export settings and import them to other websites? Is that something that you can do with Automator WP?
But which kind of export? I don't know if she means about export the Automator settings, or I don't know.
Yeah, Cheryl, if you are still watching, if you wouldn't mind just elaborating a little bit more on that question, if it's the Automator WP settings specifically or something else, and then we can try and get that answered to you.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, cool. Gisela, that was the only question that came in. So I wonder if while we're waiting for Cheryl to get back to us, maybe you can continue with your demo. Okay. And if something does come up, I will just let you know about it.
Perfect. Nice. So here we have a testing site, okay, with paid memberships pro, with Patty Posts, and Automator WP. Okay, this everything here is empty. So well, let's see how we can create an automation. Let's click here in Add New Automation, and here we have two options. We can use Automator. We can create automations with our logged users or anonymous users. That means that we can do that. We can create a new users, or we can relate any actions to an existing user. Okay, but in that test, we are going to do it in the usual way. So we are going to click here. And well, first we are going to put any title, Automator WP demo, for example. And here we can add the triggers that we want to run. In that case, we can, for example, in WordPress, we can see, for example, when a user view a membership level. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. No, sorry. We have to start with Paid Memberships Pro first. Okay, here. So let's imagine that we want to start this automation when a user purchase the level 2, for example. Okay, we click in Save. This is the trigger. And we can put, for example, views. This is, for example, let's see, membership site level. Okay. So here we have two triggers. Okay. One option, we can leave that the automation will work when this happens and this happens, but we can do it sequential. We can allow the sequential. We can check, for example, let's see. Okay, in that case, this is the order that this is the steps that a user has to do in order to start this automation.
And if they do it backwards, if they had to say, so you have it now that a user has to view the membership levels page and then purchase a level 2. If they did it backwards, where they just sort of purchased a level 2 and then viewed, it wouldn't necessarily run the action. If you click on the sequential little tick box there, it has to be done in the specific order in order for the next action to take place?
Yes. So
okay.
If I click here, it's not necessary any order. Okay, there are only two conditions, but if I click here, this is the order. This is the first action that it has to be that the user first has to purchase and then view the page where there's the memberships level. We can change, for example, the order, and first the user has to see, has to visit the memberships level page and then purchase the level. Okay, we can customize whatever we need in that case. Okay.
Perfect. Sorry, I was just replying to a comment, but that sounds great. That's really nice and user-friendly. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we have the triggers. We have which order has to be completed in order to start this automation. And let's decide what we want to happen when these triggers starts. So let's add an action. Let's see, body boss, for example. And we are going to add an activity to the user. And here, an activity, the user here, we can customize which is the message, which is the message, which is the type of activity of the user. For example, we can use all this information. Let me show you with an example. For example, here we can display a name. I don't know. We can put, for example, has reached the level 2, for example. I don't know. Okay. So what I mean is that we can use all the information about the site, about the user. Here we have the username, email, the name, first name, last name. If we have the address, any information about the user. Okay. And if we want to send an email, for example, we can use these tokens as well.
No, very cool.
And well, let's see, let's put, okay, so here we have, this is the type that there's two types, logged users or anonymous users. This is how many times a user can enter in that automation. And if we put 0, this is that there's not limitation about that, for example. And this is the same, how many times these automations, this automation can run. If we put in 0, that means that there's no any limitation. And remember that one thing is save change. This is that we are going to save as a draft. And if we click in save and activate, then this is going to run. So let's do an example. Okay, let's see. I'm a user. I'm going to memberships levels. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, I have to disable this this level for me. Let me see. One moment. Level, no one. Okay. Okay, so let's start again. So we see this web page, which is the first step in this automation. Okay, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's purchase the membership. Okay, so submit and confirm is free. And okay. And we can see our membership account, and let's see news feed. And here we have the message that we created in our automation. Display name, which is the name of the user, in this case is admin, has reached the level 2. And this has been created a few seconds ago. Okay, so in order to see which automations has been run, we can go here in logs, and we can see the history of everything. Okay, here this is saying that a user has been visit memberships level. That user, this is the user, this is the name of the automation. Okay, so here it says that that user has purchased the level 2, and then the action happens. The activity has been added to that user, and well, we got it. So here we have all the history of every automation that we have run during from now.
That's fantastic.
So yeah,
my brain is already sort of a buzz with all the different possibilities that you can use Automator WP for. So, and especially with the membership site, I think you can get pretty creative with that and make your life a bit easier. If you are, I see there are still a couple of people watching live now with us. So if you do have a couple of questions, please send them in now, and then we can, get them to Gisela, and she can, bring some light to the situation. Gisela, have you got anything else to show us, or?
I just would like to announce, if nobody asked, but I think it's very interesting that we are going to start Black Friday offers since the 23rd of November. Is in
4 days time.
Yeah, right. And if you want to know which offer it is, you have to follow us in our social media, in Twitter, Facebook, they are the main social media accounts that we have. So if you want to purchase the pro versions, take a look to our social media accounts in Automator WP.
Great, fantastic. Okay. Gisela, that was amazing. Like I said, my brain is buzzing with possibilities that I want to go ahead and try with Automator WP and my own testing membership site. So thank you very much for that. I don't see any questions that came in. There might be a couple that come in, and we will answer them in the comment section below. But Gisela, thank you so much for taking the time to, just get on this webinar episode with me and then do this great demo. Do you just want to drop, what is the URL that people can just head over to if they want to learn more about Automator WP?
Yeah, well, you can, as I showed you before, you can go to AutomatorWP.com. AutomatorWP.com, and here you can send us all the questions in support. You can contact us if you need more information. We have as well frequently asked questions. Well,
Great.
you can go here in Automator WP and remember to remember to follow us in our social media accounts in order to know the special offers that we are going to have for Black Friday.
Great. Okay, everybody, I hope you remember that. Follow Automator WP on Facebook, Twitter, and all of the other social media accounts that they might have. Sounds like in the next 4 days, some Black Friday deals are coming, and they are going to be exclusive to those social media accounts. So definitely go ahead, follow them, check them out. They are a great company. And as you saw, there's a lot that you can do with Automator WP. Gisela, thank you very, very much. And bye, everyone.
Thank you to you. Bye. Thank you.